The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
Now let's talk about these love languages.
I was waiting for that. That was that caveat right there. Yeah.
You said what was your top one? You said your most high percentage one, and it's interesting, Deke. You should take it.
I'm a quality time person.
Quality time person.
And
what was your zero or your bottom percentage?
I'm not really good at physical touch.
Okay.
I mean, that's like a physical. Physical touch is like a low words of affirmation. Mm-hmm. But I'm a quality time person. But test
so that was your
test.
Top thing, right?
Yeah, simple.
I am a get gifts.
Oh yeah, I forget. That's like that's the second one. I mean, yeah.
That was number one for me.
Really?
Like it was in the high percentile. Zero was touch.
Yeah. All right. Finally, somebody else is not. Yeah. Cheers.
Right. Hold on. Let me use my big bottle. Yeah. Touch was at literally not 1% to 0.
Why do you think that is? Like,
and I said this because this what I'm about to say is when you pit two things against each other, and I like one more than the other, I'm going to always pick the one I like. So if you say, do you prefer to receive gifts or a rub on the back? Well, I like gifts. So I'm going to pick gifts. Now, if the algorithms switch up and ask me the same question a different way, I still know that it's a gift. You know what I'm saying? Right. Versus a touch. I still want the gift. Yeah. All right. But you keep pitting the same things against each other. It's not like saying, do you like gifts, or when people say, congratulations, you've done a great job. Then I would pick, I like what's Mighty Tell Me Cool. But you're pitting two things against each other that I'm going to go this way because I always like this one more.
Right. Yeah. I've always been a quality time person. Gifts, I'm actually like a gift person. I think when it comes to relationship, both personal and professional, gift giving, because I'm a gift giver.
So you like to give gifts?
I give gifts. I receive gifts, but I'm more of a giver, like the person that's giving. Physical touch. I've been told I don't have an issue with that, but for me, I do have an issue with that. Only thing is, like, I'm okay with, like, let's say cuddling, and I'm a hugger.
Gotcha.
I am a hugger. That's the one thing. I'm a hugger. Yeah. But other stuff, other than that, not really. But I think it's boundaries with everything. You have to know your lane when it comes to that. And I've learned too over this past few years that in relationships, both personal and professional, you can still learn love languages for business relationships as well. Absolutely. That applies, so you will know how to communicate with them.
And then I say this, all this, to say this, I guess that's how you say it. I think, and I say this with a lot of things. We are technically, to be totally honest, we are all five. We're just all five at different stages. Like, you know, this stage or phase in your life, touch is not a big deal.
Nope.
But at some point, touch will move its way up on your list.
Oh, when I'm married, it's going to be a big old deal.
But did it move up on the list? did it just skyrocket to number one with a bullet? You know what I mean? So you get what I'm saying? So I think we're all those things at different times. It's like when people say, I always tell people I don't get mad. I don't. It's not to suggest. Hold on.
Where that oil?
Hold on. It's not to suggest that mad doesn't exist. It's just you'd have to do so much to get me there.
So you learn how to manage your temper.
Because he who angers you controls you, and I've always said nobody's going to control my emotions because I don't want you like puppeting me. And every time I see you, I feel a way. Every time I see you, I want to be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I manage them in that way. Right. So I say that everybody possesses all those things, whether you how emotional you are, you get angry, you get mad, you cry, you're sensitive, whatever, jealous, all of those things, they're all in there. Yeah, they just come out in certain degrees and levels.
Right. And since you mentioned jealousy and envy, you
jealous person, aren't you?
What?
Are you a jealous person?
I can be jealous.
I know you can be. We all can be. But I get this feeling that you are.
Yeah, jealousy is not my strongest personality.
What you mean she brought you lunch?
See, look.
See, did you hear it? Did you just hear it? She said, see, look. Anything to start off with see, look.
No, this is there's boundaries, okay? There's boundaries.
Okay, what if your husband came home from work? You know, do what y'all normally do. You tell each other about each other's day, like what went on.
Right.
And he's telling you the story about he went to lunch with a coworker, and the coworker paid for both lunches because it was that person's turn, and the person's name was Cheryl.
The coworker was a she.
Or Cheryl or something.
Okay, Cheryl. Okay, yeah.
How many times it happened? Do I know Cheryl? What does Cheryl look like?
And why do y'all keep going to lunch?
Yeah, why?
That's a good question.
Why y'all keep going to lunch? Yeah, because I heard about the work wife and the work husband.
I never had a work wife.
But let me find out. You know, I come up there because I might want to surprise you one day. You know,
her basket of food, lunch in it.
Yeah, something like that. Or just take my husband to lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And so if she happened to be leaning on your desk or doing certain things, we're gonna have a daggone issue. Cheryl, Michelle, hello, Barbara. This is Shirley.
She like this. Look here. You walking and she over your man like this.
That's a no.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
Exactly.
Like why would she be that
Why
like
would
that?
She have to be leaning
in his personal in his personal space or whatever. Like there's a reason for it, you know.
Personal space.
That shirt you touching on, I bought that.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
This linen, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I bought that too.
Yeah,
The
no,
shoes, the clothes
the car he driving.
Yeah,
I think
driving.
those are definitely crossing the line for sure.
Yeah, it's
even if
boundaries,
you want to
though.
call it innocent and there's technically nothing happening, something's happening.
No, it's an emotional. That's the thing. This when it comes to cheating, right? When it comes to cheating, women and men both cheat emotionally. They say, "Oh, just sex." Nah, you connected with her. It's not just sex. And men will say that it's just sex, but it's not just sex because they connect with her some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right.
And so, women, they say women we cheat because of emotions. Yeah, but men cheat because of emotions as well. It's something about that woman that drew you in, the conversation. The conversation, something that she said she's done. And when we talked about pouring into someone earlier, I remember dating a guy a few years ago, and I loved his smile. I'm a sucker for pretty smiles, right?
Shanice.
And so, but I remember just speaking.
Can you see that thing? Is it recording? I can't even tell.
I don't think. I think so. Maybe not.
Oh, I do see numbers. They hidden behind your bottles of water. See it now.
But this point when saying pointing to him, encouraging him about who he was as a man, and so when men do cheat, they're missing that element. I'm not excusing that. I'm not saying it's right. But when you point to that man, when you point to that woman, you remove the element of jealousy, the element of envy, the open the door for the enemy to come in to ruin your marriage. When you minister to one another, learning, it's like his needs, her needs, you know.
Right.
And what's that other book called? That Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus, or whatever, that book there. It's an older book, but reading it, you really can learn a lot. So,
I've never read it, but I'm familiar with the book.
Right, yeah. It's about speaking life into your mate. Speaking life. Women, we are called, the Bible refers to us as help meet. We're help meet.
Help meet the need.
Yeah, help meet the need. Yeah, help meet the need, you know. And it teaches us that he that finds a wife finds a good thing.
But what does he find?
He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtain a favor. So
now, does that mean he found a wife, meaning he got married and his wife, or he found a woman who's wife material?
He found a woman that a lot of women are wife material. If you want to go that route, a lot of us are wife material. It's just you, the male, recognizing that she's wife material.
Gotcha.
For you. She may not be wife material for him.
Yeah, I got you.
And that's something else that I had to learn too, that I may not fit this person's category for what he wanted in a wife.
Yeah.
But for this person, I'll meet that criteria.
I'm
I'll
with you.
meet that. So, but for a man, he'll recognize her, and for a woman, she'll recognize him. And so I've had my share of counterfeits and whatnot, and so I may have been a counterfeit to them too, here, there, whatever. But you'll recognize each other, and you'll know who you are.